Sparking Zero just got its informal release date leaked by someone on Twitter named Sergio M3, and we're going to talk about it. What I'd like to say up front is that I don't think this is a good thing. First of all, it creates expectation. Expectation is sort of the root of disappointment, and I don't think anyone needs to be more disappointed about an arena fighter. That said, if we're just going to talk about what this could mean for the game, well, it's no surprise that arena fighters have been going through a bit of a cold period, a drought. JJK Clash of Clans, whatever the fuck it's called, absolutely terrible, just a piss release. Naruto Storm Connections, piss release, bro. You couldn't even play with friends on opening. And the unfortunate reality of Sparking Zero's release date being leaked is that we really don't know anything about its functionality, right? Like, we can play against each other. There will be characters. There will be a lot of characters. Upside, because I like to keep positive about Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball can be a very negative space. Upside is that they said that they've been working on this game for years. It is years in development. They made a point to say that they've been really crunching on this release. So maybe they just decided to show us when they needed only touching up. There's that SSJ3 Goku floating around who got touched up. Vegeta got touched up from the first trailers that ever were shown. Some lighting. A lot of this stuff, from my understanding, tends to be back end, like late stage, just like polishing. So maybe the game itself is done. Maybe it genuinely is in a space that can be released. But whether we want to admit it or not, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero does have a really overt problem for it right now. The character releases and trailers and stuff have been cool. All that stuff is fine, but we really haven't gotten any more gameplay information since the original trailer. What was it, 4 months ago? Like, what are we doing here? Like, we can't just have this dropped on us and expect that in the next 4 months we're going to see all that we need to see. I think the biggest thing that's missing from any of this, and my biggest takeaway, is there's been no talk, period, of online functionality. And hey, again, I don't want to be a doomer. I don't want to, create a negative space for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, because Dragon Ball as a franchise can take on a lot of negativity for how much it's beloved. That worries me. It worries me that in a few months down the road, we're going to get to a point where we're seeing UI Goku, Beast Gohan, and hey, I'm going to pay $60, $70 for this game. I'm going to play through the story once. I'm going to play 2-3 matches online, and then guess what? All I'm going to see of this game is just content creators fighting each other, because there's really nothing to do for the average person who wants to just like slog through shitty connections. Like, that shit is cap, bro. It's cap. We need to see any sort of online functionality be confirmed in a way that's meaningful. It doesn't have to be rollback, but it has to be something. It has to be something. This leak really worries me. It really worries me, because I'm so afraid of the worst possible outcome, which is we open this game on October 1st. We play through the story mode. We grind it. We just go straight, balls out, dick out, sweating in the homeroom, like playing. And then guess what? We try to play some online matches after we get all that story mode done, and it's not hitting like that, fiend. Like, it's not hitting like that. So what's like the big upside? The upside that I will take away is that Sean Schemmel, whatever, the voice of Goku in the English dub, long-standing, legendary. If you're listening to this, you've heard him. He says he's recorded about 60 to 80 hours of voice work for Goku, and that is a ton. He could be playing it up. He could just be making stuff up to promote the game. What that does tell me is that is promotional. Everything said while working on a game is promotional, and I don't treat this any differently. If that is a true, let's say, ballpark, then hey, maybe this is all nonsense. But the last thing I want to see from Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, I should say, is opening it up, trying to play a game online after doing the story mode, realizing that it's just not done, and it's another Bandai Namco Dragon Ball Fighters rollback, never turn the game off and just fucking walk away, man. Peace.